Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Frosty. Today I got a crazy video for you because we got our hands on a special ammo exotic sword. Yeah, you heard me correct. It is a sword in the special ammo slot. And what gets more wild is the fact that there are 8 different exotic perks that this sword can get, 5 different archetypes, so they're all kind of like random rolled and you have to farm them to get the ones that you want. One thing that stays consistent is the blades, the guard, and definitely the trade, which is called Transcendence Duelist. Now, if you're curious how I got my hands on all these swords, my advice is go to the Pale Heart, farm this activity right here that rewards you the Ergo sum, and just get lucky. And it drops at the end pretty much every single time it dropped for me. Throughout this video, we're going to be taking a look at a sword that drops Telesto bolts, a sword with Ticcu's divination, and a sword that even has Wolfpack rounds. We got some big questions and I got some answers for you guys in this video. Does the Wolfpack rounds proc on heavy swords? What about exotic heavy swords? What about these special swords? We're going to answer that in this video. We're going to check out the perks, and we're also going to do a little bit of damage testing so you get an idea of how good these are and which one you potentially want for yourself. Anyways, let's dive in. All right, so I came into a checkmate private match to see what the sword would be like inside of Crucible. One thing to note is that you don't spawn with special ammo as far as I'm aware. My buddy here, he joined in and he did have special ammo. So maybe this is how they counter 3-peaking, because this is a genuine concern that most PvP players will have, is that, hey, you just load in and you can start 3-peaking and we have the same problem that we hit before all over again, right? But it looks like you spawn with no special ammo, you gotta earn that. All right, so I got what I consider the strongest sword probably with the Telesto Bolt Vortex frame. I want to see if it one-shot kills inside of PvP. I got 3 ammo, fully charged up meter. Let's test it out. Oh my god, it took 2 of my sword ammo and it did actually one-shot him. Let's see if the single light attack actually kills. All right, here we go. Single light attack. Oh, that's a lot of damage. 2 hits definitely kills. Pretty cool. I mean, I don't think they're going to be busted as long as you can't 3-peak. All right, first up, we're going to take a look at the Waveframe sword. We got the Insectoid Robot Grenade, which states defeated targets drop insectoid robots that chase and explode close to other targets. So let's take a look at what that looks like. So every swipe attack is making a little colony friend. And this is what the Waveframe looks like. Pretty cool, like a mini little Geo on your sword. The cool thing is, if you press heavy attack right afterwards, you can actually do a forward lunge attack, like so. It's really snappy. Let's try that again. All right, that's your Waveframe Ergo sum, and it makes little colony robots. I guess it's good for a bit of ad cleared. All right, so next up, let's take a look at the Vortex frame. This has the intrinsic trait Unplanned Reprieve. Powered heavy attacks emit projectiles that detonate with a delayed void blast. And if you look at the icon, it reminds you of Telesto. So let's see what that looks like. And by the way, these are all RNG, just to remind you. I can get this perk on some other swords too, pretty sure. So we're gonna do a heavy attack. And there you have it, it's doing some Telesto bolts. We're gonna let that charge up again and go for it. Oh my. This is definitely way more cool than the insectoid robots. That's so sick. One more time. You just spit out Telesto bolts. I love it. I love it. So next up, I want to take a look at the lightweight frame sword. I got this one to roll with Sacred Flame. It's basically Ticcu's divination, but on a sword. Powered heavy attacks mark nearby targets, causing them to explode upon death. Striking marked targets with a light attack detonates them. Let's go see what that's like. So I need to do a heavy attack. He's burning and he blows up just like Ticcu's. So this Scorch does spread across some other enemies, a little bit like Incandescent. Let's test this out again. So I strike them with a light attack and then they blow up. That is super, super cool. I like that a lot. Very cool. All right, next up, I'm going to be using the aggressive frame. I ended up getting the perk, the Perfect Fifth. Every 5 hits, attach a solar explosive, scorching your target. So it kind of reminds me of Polaris Lance. All right, let's see if it has to be on the same target to proc the perk. No, we got it right there. Pretty sure. Some of these engrams might explode and be like confusing it, but I'm trying to pay attention here. No, that was definitely the sword explosion. So it doesn't have to be on the same target, it looks like. There it is. That's the Polaris lance explosion. And by the way, here's the heavy attack. Probably not the best perk to get with this. All right, next up, I got a vortex frame to roll with Wolfpack rounds. So this one states powered heavy attacks cause nearby sword wielders to emit tracking missiles with every attack. So when we do a little bit of a damage check here on like a lost sector boss, we're gonna see what that looks like for your teammate. But for now, so far it's just a basic sword when I do a heavy attack. I also make Wolfpack rounds. And if you can see on the far left, we got the Perk Pack Hunter. And every attack resets, and this is a caster frame sword, by the way. Give you a little look at what this is like at range. Very nice. Got the Pack Hunter resetting every single time. Got the little clusters going around. This one's kind of cool. I like this one. So yeah, buffing up my teammates' swords. We're gonna find out whether or not this works with heavy swords and exotic swords, for example. Next up, let's take a look at an aggressive frame that I rolled with Stormbringer. Rapid final blows create a lightning storm at the target's location. So this looks to be Cloudstrike's exotic perk, but on a sword. So let's see, it's not rapid strikes on a single target, it's just multiple kills. There it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Let me get rid of these Lizzies. So heavy attack. Look at the rapid strikes here. It looks like it's 3 kills. And then it summons a little storm. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. Not sure about the damage on that one. Next up, let's take a look at the Vortex Frame sword that rolls with Gathering Light. Final blows with this weapon grants stacks of Gathering Light, improving guard stats and lunge range. Stowing this weapon consumes all stacks, granting melee, grenade, and even class ability energy. Let's see what this is like. So I want to see the lunge as I get kills. I'm going to exhaust some of my abilities, by the way. So I'm getting Gathering Light. I can see the lunge range going crazy right now. So I believe the max is 10. Try that again. It is 10. So notice my class ability at least. I swap weapons. Oh my. All right. The next one I want to look at. This one's a lightweight frame, but it has the exotic perk called Arc Conductor. Powered heavy attacks charge the wielder, enabling them to resist arc damage and chain lightning to nearby targets. Let's see what that's like. Let's get this charge going. Oops, that's an eager edge, fam. I had an eager edge out. Hell. All right, let's see what this perk is like. I'm not seeing anything just yet. Is it heavy attacks? There it is. I got like the Riskrunner effect. Yeah, there it is. Just heavy attack, and I'm chaining lightning, dude. It's like Dune Marchers. Oh my god, look at this. This one's sick. Oh my god. What? Just from one heavy attack? Our conductor's sick. All right, so next up, I want to take a look at the wave sword frame. I want to see its damage. This one gets the little colony robots whenever I get kills, but obviously I don't have any ads here. I'll try to summon some, but first, let's see what the single light attack does to him. And then let's see what a single heavy attack swipe does to him. And then let's finish this combo off with both heavy attack combos. Ooh, I really like that. That's pretty fun. Do that again. That one's super cool. All right, what happens if we get kills around it and the colony robot might damage him? Yeah, it did. You got to see the damage for that too. All right, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So the next sword I want to try is the one that I had with Vortex Frame and the Telesto bolts. Let's see what kind of damage this is outputting on this Lost Sector boss. So, normal light attack from the Vortex Frame. Okay. Let's go in with a heavy attack next. Oh my. All right, let's try that once more. Heavy attack. It just kind of like instantly detonates. I love it. I love it. I kind of want to do it one more time. Yes. That one's so sick. All right, so next up, we got the lightweight frame with the Sacred Flame. I want to see what that Ticcu's explosion does for damage, but I'll also show you the archetype single swipe damage. So here we go. All right. And then just a single heavy attack. And then if I attack a scorched target, boom. That's pretty cool. It even staggers him too. Gotta wait for the charge. Let's do that one more time. Nice. All right, let's take a look at the next sword. My aggressive frame rolled with perfect 5th. It's the Polaris Lance Exotic perk. Let's go ahead and just swipe him a couple times. There you have it. And it even scorches too. Wow. All right, let's showcase it one more time. Look at all that damage over time. Add a 4th heavy attack in there. Couldn't hit him with it. Oh, there it is. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Way better than I thought. All right, next up, I got a buddy with me here who is going to proc Wolfpack rounds. We got some burning questions. Does this proc on the other exotic swords? Does it proc on the heavy swords? And if it does it proc on exotic heavy swords? I also want to see what the damage is like. So Gilby here is going to just proc the perk, and let's see if we can get it. So I do have it. I hit the target. It's making a little Gjallarhorn cluster, making another one, and it continues working every single swipe. That's pretty neat. All right, so we're going to see what Pack Hunter does on this sword for heavy attack. Oh, it does actually give it to my guillotine. Oh, wow. All right, so we want to see if Pack Hunter is going to work on my Lament. He's going to proc the perk. I'm going to go smack this dude. Nope. No Gjallarhorn clusters even if I block. Nope. What if I heavy attack? Nothing. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the damage some of these swords do. We're going to do a light attack followed up with a heavy attack, so you get an idea of what some of these swords are packing. So first up, it's going to be the Stormbringer with the aggressive frame. So this is mostly to see the exotic perk in action, and also to see how the archetypes behave against some of these Lost Sector bosses. So a light attack, and then let's do a heavy attack. All right, I want to activate the perk, see if I could just do it with rapid strikes. No, you can't. So you actually have to get kills, which is kind of wild. All right, so here I am. We're going to test out the arc conductor, see what the arc damage does to this guy. It's zapping him. It's hitting 7k per tick. I got like 4 ticks out of that. Not bad. I kind of love the thought of this sword just running through hordes of enemies and just zapping them all to death, you know? It's pretty sick. That's a sick sword.